Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magick. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus, got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes, I recline. No, I'm joking as I'm toking power puffs and pokey yokes. Till my town and villa filled with ganja smoke, you know the dope. Coming out my pipes, talking about the bones in my throat. With the mic, I'm casting curses every night, you know the scope. Got my spells handy. You may call it the phone, but when I'm done reciting, you'll give me the keys to the throne. Then I'll take my keys to go home. Didn't say I was done. While rush to end it all, it feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can think the thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun? Or sold my soul for the tongue? Or dead since I was young? Or got some voodoo done?
Namaste, namastizzle, peace and blessings, shalom. Greetings, waza. What's up, Katrina? How are you? You're the first one here. That is crazy. I've never seen you here first. But what's up, my homie? Peace and namaste to the missus. Hopefully, y'all are having a great day on this Thursday, day of prosperity and abundance, day of Jupiter. Purple is the color for today. Get those money rituals in. Chill with Magick. It is a hazy day here in Texas. Look like it could thunderstorm. I don't know. It is really hot. It is like 95 degrees. Peace. Caribbean Grimoire, what's the deal? Peace and namaste. Edward, what's going on? A lot of things is going on, as I'm always saying. This past 5 years has been really trying. This past 5 years has shown us who people are. A lot of experiments have gone on these past 5 years. Peace, Chikezi. How you doing, brother? What's the deal? Don't forget, meditation is so important. You can meditate. What I like about YouTube is you can meditate. The binaural beats are on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Peace, brother Moore. What's up? You can do. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I'm going to play it anyway. Can y'all hear that? Like I said, what I like about YouTube is you can get a lot of these beats from there. Turn it down a little bit. Not going to play it for too long because it looked like it can get kind of irritating. Turn it down even more. This is called a pineal gland opening. It is 963 hertz. Okay. Those of you who are looking to, because I get asked that a lot. How do you open the pineal gland? How do you open the pineal gland? This is one of the ways you can do that. Okay. This is only it's less than 3 minutes, about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So meditate with that and put it on a loop. Okay, most smartphones that will allow you that. If you got the right app, you can go ahead and just loop it. All right. That's only one of the many chakra balancing you know what I mean? I have a lot. I have hard drives, external hard drives full of things like that. Peace, sister righteous, peace and prosperity. It sounds like a beeping on and off noise because, yeah, that it sounds kind of strange. And the first time you listen to it, it may throw you off, okay? But try it, see how it works. Peace, brother Konami. What's the deal? Now it sounds normal. Okay, it goes in and out. You know what I mean? Besides selenium and L lysine. Those are minerals that you can use to help open the pineal gland. Peace, brother Bobby. What's the deal? You know what I'm saying? But all the stuff that I've been giving out, all the tools, I truly hope y'all are using it, you know, or using them. I don't sit up here and do it for my health, you know, not saying that you're not, but I'm just saying all the pieces matter, like Lester Freeman says, because how many people do you know have gotten even shittier since in the last 5 years? Serious question. Do you know shitty people? I would dare say most people are shitty. Those that got the jab are shittier. Maybe it's just my observation, but life experiences have shown me that if someone, this is an old saying, I didn't make this up. Someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Okay. Killing people with kindness, I think, is some Christian nonsense. It doesn't work. Okay. It does not work. You being kind to a shitty person is not going to make them unshitty. Is that even a word? Unshitty. But y'all get what I'm saying. Shitty people are just shitty people. Period. All right. And I'm using the last 5 years as an example because I have noticed, seriously, I've noticed changes in people's behavior. All right. So get those meditations in, ground. You see what I mean? Use the one of the binaural beats I was just playing. Try Gregorian chants. Those work really well. My wife and I, we used to go to sleep to that. Yeah, I was used to hearing it anyway because I grew up Catholic. What's up, Sharon? How are you? What's the deal? We need to talk. Not need, but it was something we was going to talk about. Anyway, Magic, I've started practicing the rituals in the book Financial Sorcery. Okay, that's what's up. Any advice to make it even better? Thus far, I've layered the practices. You just answered your own question, Bobby. Layer it. Absolutely layer your money magic. All right. Just because you do one thing don't mean you can't do another thing. All right. There are certain chants that you can use. Okay. The practices in financial sorcery, you can wear the colors of prosperity. All right. Just so many things you can use. If y'all has seen the live that Terrain Hicks and I did, we was talking about colors that we used to use. We would go outside, you know, during our day, but we would have like green lights in the household or gold lights. See what I mean? It sounds odd, but it works. Colors work. I've given y'all the science of colors and why they work. They work at certain frequencies, certain vibrations, numerical value to those. See what I'm saying? But you're on to something. The Book of the Old Ones is one of my favorites. It's so simple and anyone can do it, no matter your level. Okay? The Book of the Old Ones really, really works. You're on to something? Oh, thank you. The real reason unshitty isn't a word is because there's not enough shitty people. I like that. I do like that. Right. But I'm dead serious, y'all. Have y'all noticed that people, no amount of kindness is going to make shitty people not shitty? You see what I'm saying? Some people are just fucked up like that. All right. But go on about your day, meditate, you know. I don't suggest killing people with kindness. I don't. Okay. I just don't do it because I've seen people try to be friendly with someone who was actually shitty towards them. And let me stop saying shitty so much. The fucked up person was just, they was just like that. Let me get off this. There's one Gregorian chant that I listen to often. Yeah, Gregorian chants, they really work. Peace, hip hop elevation. How you doing, sir? What's up, Legacy Sigma? Yes, yes, sir. Remember, Mitch? Yes. All right. There's another one that you can use. This one right here is let's see. You can play this one at night. Leave it on put it on a loop and leave it on at night. Can y'all hear that? You hear this one? Violet is good for psychic work. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you're doing candle magic, do you also have on the light bulbs, or is that overkill? This one, before I answer that question, this one right here that you're listening to is 528. This is DNA repair music. Okay? DNA repair music. All right? Remember, they are attacking your DNA. They're attacking from all angles. So you are needing to cleanse. Besides meditation, you're needing to cleanse. You are needing to balance your chakras. All right? And regenerate and repair your DNA. Okay? Thank you, Magic. Thanks. Check out Gregorian Chat. Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you're doing no, I don't believe in overkill, to be quite honest. Anything that's going to make your magic work exceedingly well, I would do. I would layer the fuck out of magic. That's how I mean, you may get jumbled results, but you'll get results. Remember, results is the only thing that matters. Cast not your pearls before swine. Indeed. I go to sleep to singing mode. Singing mode is another one. Excellent for chakras. Excellent. Okay. Very excellent. All right. I found a clip, an old clip. Y'all remember the X-Files? Now, where did I put it? I'm sure y'all remember the X-Files, right? So much deep science in the X-Files and so much truth in it. Feel me? Check this out.
O'Malley has been making claims.
Claims about what?
You and everyone you know has a piece of DNA in your genome, put there without your knowing it.
By whom?
Well, that's the question today.
This is an internet lunatic. You're not saying you believe him.
Hold on, Agent Einstein. You're talking to a scientist.
Forgive me, Assistant Director. It may sound insensitive, but the suggestion is pure science fiction.
What I'm saying, Agent Einstein, is that the facts, as I understand them, cannot be discounted out of hand.
No one has the right or the ability to tamper with your DNA.
Unless we gave them that ability.
And you say they're tampering with our DNA, but they're able to shut down our immune systems by the addition of something to our DNA.
Yes, but I don't know how exactly.
How it's being triggered.
I don't know that either.
Or why it's happening now.
What can we possibly do?
We need to act quickly.
You were right about that.
Well, I was wrong about the science. I was wrong about what's causing it. Dead wrong, in fact.
But it's clearly a widespread failure of our immune systems.
Through gene tampering. A virus within a virus that was put there through the smallpox vaccine. It's what these men are calling the Spartan virus.
We have to figure this out. What's wrong with the science?
All right. I'm not going to share too much of that because I'm sure that's, you know. I'm always trying to be careful, but They may get me for that one. So be it. So, to my daughter, Dizzle Fizzle is our oldest child, our princess. Hey, princess. The spiritual world is showing up. Yes, indeed. The spiritual world is showing up everybody these days. Your family, friends, exactly. Treacherous things they are. Exactly. Yes, sir. Watch probably every episode. They used to have it on Netflix. I believe you can. Nope, you can't find it. I found this on one of my external hard drives. I didn't even know I had this clip. I think I remember this. Wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was banned then. Yup. I got away from the habit of, am I doing it right? Right. Don't focus on this. Do it. Write your results down. Note your results or lack thereof. And watch my video. An occultist is a scientist. Okay. If there's a result, a change, it worked. Do it like I want it? If exactly. Exactly. You have to constantly tweak the results. That's how it works. It's not going to work. You can get extremely specific, and sometimes it will work a different way. Don't get frustrated. Tweak the methods and move on. Interesting this was brought up. Yes, indeed. Very interesting. X-Files. It was way ahead of its time. Okay. Someone asked me the other day about vampire magic. And who was it that said they've been hooked on vampire magic? Who said that? Was it someone that's here now? I believe it's someone who's here right now. I'm thinking it was either Bobby, Legacy Sigma, Caribbean Grimoire. One of y'all three, right? My favorite Reiki music to listen to. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Soft disclosure. Wow. Yeah, that's what I would call it. Soft disclosure. The COVID, the vax was termed an operating. Yes, it was. How about that? An operating system. Thanks for the assist, Sister Righteous. I loved it. So did I. I could not stop watching it. I tuned into that every week. You know. Vampire magic is something I talk about often. It's a very powerful system of magic, but so is draconian magic. Okay, so is draconian magic. Dragon and Naga, they're cousins. All right, vampire, dragon, Naga. Those are cousins. In Poland, Asanoff Mason has written, she's the head of the Dragon Rouge over in Poland. Okay, that's a draconian system of magic. It is powerful. Okay, that show was most ahead. Yes, I agree. All right, one of their here. Let me show you their magical course. Okay, magical course. Check this out. Dragon Rouge. All right, the magical course 1.0. Okay. The purpose of initiation, the will is weapon, so on and so on. Kundalini and Tantra to awaken the inner dragon. I tried to highlight a lot of this and it would not allow me. This is how protected this document is. Okay. The chakra system, prana and pranayama, using dragon power, Kundalini meditation and astral travel, second month exercise. Then you got dream control and astral magic. Then you got ritual magic. Right? You even got a dragon ceremony here. Okay. They include the Kabbalah, Gothic Runasophy, and the dragon power. I'm telling y'all, this. Oh, shit. All right. I think I need to. Okay. I'm not sure I can show a lot of that now that I read that disclaimer. So I would love to share it with y'all, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. I'm one of the ones interested in the vampire magic. I've taken from the sap, this poor sap of prana, to walk in the sunlight and absorb the energy, the light's energy and thermal energy. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. I never knew that. She's written books with E.A. Koetting. Yeah, I think she has. Yes. That's the way you spell it. You spelled it exactly right. Asana Mason. Okay. Sushana, the middle pillar. Is that a different version? I'm not sure, to be quite honest. I'm sitting here, my mind's racing now. Like, am I able to share that? We'll see. Peace, Michael Surratt. Okay. Nice. I got Dragon Rouge. Never read it though. Please read it. Please read it. That's exactly the way you say it or spell it. Asenov Mason. You put devil faces. So I'm interested why. Why? All right. Here's another book you should own if you're on that vampire magic. Hold on. Let me get the right book. I got a couple books open here. All right. Let's see. How about we go to Michael Ford's book first? Okay. Michael Ford, like I'm always saying, Michael Ford, excellent books, great research. I love how much effort he puts into research. Let's see. This book right here. Here's one of the ones you should have. This is called Dragon of the Two Flames. Okay. I got some things highlighted here. Ancient pantheons of Canaan and neighboring areas, Ugaritic, Canaanite, Philistine, Phoenician, Amorite, and Hittite pantheons. Y'all know those lands are surrounding what we would call Iraq, Iran, Bahrain, Oman. I'm naming places I've been to. But give me a second. I got this stuff highlighted and now I don't. All right. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. All right. Forget I said it. This is a highlight test. Okay. Anyway, that's one of the books. Michael Ford. Okay. Do they have a physical copy? I just downloaded the PDF. It's next to impossible to find authentic dragon magic. Not sure. I'm really not sure. The books that I'm showing you, I have. Like, okay. Here's another one. The Path of the Dragon. This book is so protected, I can't highlight it. Look at this. Watch me try to highlight it. Can't. I can't do anything with it. That's crazy. But anyway, Draconian tradition is an initiatory magical path inspired by symbolism derived from mythological dragons and serpents. It is an old worldwide tradition dating back to first civilizations and those religious beliefs in which draconian gods, spirits, monsters, and beasts represented the concept of darkness, chaos, or the unknown. For this reason, it is possible to work with the draconian path through many different cultural traditions and religious paradigms, such as, drumroll, Egyptian lore, Celtic legends, Scandinavian mythology, and many others. In present times, dragons may seem to be merely a product of fantasy world, books, movies, games, etc. But their mythological history reaches back to the most ancient times. Myths of dragons and serpent deities are encountered worldwide in legends, literature, and folk tales. In the Scandinavian lore, we have Jormungandr, the terrifying serpent holding the world of man in his coiled embrace, Nidhogg, who feeds on the very roots of Yggdrasil, and Fafnir. I'm fucking these names up. I'm sure I am. Who represents the power of self-transformation. In Egyptian mythology, here's where I am, y'all, if you're following along with me. In Egyptian mythology, the draconian principle of chaos striving against order is represented by the serpent Apep, who ceaselessly attempts to devour the sun and imprison the sun god Ra in the darkness of the underworld. In the Bible, the serpent is a seducer who liberates humanity from mindless ignorance, so on, so on. I think this is the part I wanted to highlight. This mystery revealed by the serpent in the Garden of Eden resulted in many antinomian movements, inspired many philosophical and magical systems, and led to the rise of early Gnostic sects such as the Ophites, Canaanites, or Scythians, who believed in the Masonic role of the serpent and viewed serpent's gnosis as the only way to salvation. Dragons also appear in works of art throughout the world, released in sculptures, poetry, and tapestries, burial stones, rock drawings, and wall paintings in Scandinavia, Rome, Greece, China, Mesopotamia, Egypt, Mayan, and Aztec civilizations, and in many others. Okay? All right. Enough reading. Damn. So I can't answer that, Legacy Sigma. If you, I always say, I'm trying to be funny, but if you ask me nicely, I can throw you a book or two, or I can put them in Patreon. I know you're a part of my Patreon. I can put some in there. So, if nutrients or alcohol, anything ingested can infuse in the blood and enter the brain, I figure sunlight, music, any energy can infuse with the blood, enter the brain, and be used. Wow. Okay. You're absolutely correct. Use everything. Use everything you can. And cook. And I would have thereby done blood magic, vampire magic, and sun gazing all together. Namaste. So, hey, how are you? She can come in. Is she coming?
No, she's stuck.
Zenga. All right. Soul Scribe, what's up? Namaste. So this is my old admin, y'all. Soul Scribe and Amario. Remember, I was telling y'all I had a magical group at one time, and it was popping every single day. What's up, Amario? Good to see you. Gratitude. Absolutely. Absolutely. I got more books that I'm going to show you. That is a matter of doing it with intent. Absolutely. The visualization of dark mystical beings used as an aid to cause alpha wave state naturally to thin the veil. Bobby, you my dude. You my dude. You absolutely correct. Y'all take notes. I missed the group too. Shame what happened to it. You know, I shut it down because people, with all the information that we were doing, all the experiments in the group workings we was doing, it was just too many lurkers, just too many people not doing anything with it. I should start another group, maybe. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. What's up, Empress? Because the dark mythical beings like dragons or leviathans are things of the subconscious. Yes, you can use them as archetypes. And, you know, Bobby Hemmett talks about that all the time. Okay, using things as archetypes. See what I'm saying? This is another great book if you're on that if you're on the dragon path or want the vampire. Let's talk about both of them. All right, let's talk about both. Here's another good one. Vampire Sanguinomicon, the lexicon of the living vampire by Father Sebastian. If you know anything about Constantinos, he is a great occult author. Okay. All right. This is another great book. Okay. Your friend of mine's was a big fan of Vampire Magic. I don't know if a lot of people know. Talking about Azel Bay, of course. No, I talk about him a lot, right? Right. All right. Let's see. You hold in your hands a unique kind of book rather than claiming that vampires are born to some exotic bloodline or going on and on about why the author, god damn it, is special in some way that conveniently matches fictional vampires. This book gives you techniques for working with pure psychodrama. No ego or delusions required. The change you get out of it is directly proportionate to how deeply you let its structure affect you. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. All right. This is in the prelude. The Strigo, I guess, 7 exists within dualities. We are light and dark, male and female, primal and civilized, saints and sinners, all the same time. We draw our power from our immutability and ability to paradigm shift. We are unique amongst the vampire tribes. We are not psychic vampires or blood drinkers by nature, nor are we kids wearing capes or role players taking the game too seriously. Vampires live. We are amongst the chosen. We are the blessed, and we will not settle for just simply surviving. We are not cursed, nor do we have energy deficiencies or damaged, leaky chakras. Our subtle bodies work on a high spiritual vibration and require a higher amount of life force than those of other beings. This is why we employ the art of vampirism. Many Strigo 7 call this the need, thirst, or hunger. Finally, although we are absolutely serious about our nature, we also know when and how to lighten up and, of course, have a good laugh at ourselves. Now that has been said, let us proceed, and so on and so on. All right. And this is a great book. It is really a good book. I thought I highlighted that part right there. Okay, here we go. These mysteries cannot be solved. This is really what I wanted. I say this all the time, and here it is in print. These mysteries cannot be solved just by reading a book or seeking a Strigo 7 teacher or mentor. Knowledge is useless unless you can personally apply it and gain results. Let's say it again. Knowledge is useless unless you can personally apply it and gain results. Anyone could go out and buy a book on magic or spend thousands of dollars on the newest trick. Yet it takes true dedication and talent to become a true magician. The art of magic is this understanding. The potential Strigo 7 must first have desire and endurance and will for the quest of immortality, as well as the determination and drive to achieve personal evolution through these mysteries. However, this book cannot teach talent or ability. All it can do is provide the reader with knowledge. Unless the reader has the ambition to solve and apply the mysteries, there will remain pleasant and unattainable illusions. This book is a lexicon for those with sincere intentions and potential. All right. One more. Thus exists the Sanguinomicon, which seekers should read first and then ask questions once they are informed. Reading is an act of self-exploration. Seekers will draw their own conclusions from their interaction with the contents of this book. This book will resonate with the soul and spirit of the true vampire. In addition, I've seen the vampire culture change from an underground, beautiful, and mysterious network of individuals to something that is very different. New traditions of vampirism are becoming more commonplace. These new generations sadly often forget the original concepts, mysteries, and traditions to which I had the pleasure of being introduced. The vampire lost its beauty and glamour. My purpose in supporting and contributing to the Sanguinomicon project is to restore the old ways as well as to guide the Striegel 7 into the future. All right. I urge all seekers to never limit themselves to only one mentor, but to see the fruits of knowledge from all, and to see all those above and below their current state of evolution to be teachers. Those who are true and genuine will know the truth of the phrase, if you love them, let them go. And if love is true, they will return. No knowledge should be forbidden. Far too often in the vamp scene, we hear elders, orders, houses, covens, and other groups of individuals say, we're an ancient organization from the midst of time, and our origins lie before the beginning of humanity. Our God/tradition/philosophy is the oldest in existence. As a fledgling, I fell for this as well. With hindsight, I can now view it for what it is, a foolish attempt to achieve ego gratification by trying to create an aura of illusionary superiority. Okay, enough of that. Woo, my goodness, all that reading. I say that all the time. I can sit up here and I can actually talk for hours, and I can give you this book, and I can give you that book, and I can show you these lectures and give out spells and rituals. But unless you apply that shit, it is useless. All right? I'm not the only one who said it. I'm not the first one who said it. It is useless unless you apply it. See what I'm saying? It makes sense? Y'all still with me? All right. Quiet. Let's go. Let's hit OG. Yes, please get Amario's book, y'all. She has a great book on mantras. I always get him and Carlos Cancel. Oh, okay. That's true, but there are actual entities like the Fables. Yes.
And this is the videotape second part of the Holy Grail, entitled Religious Sex, the Anti-Virgin, the Sacred Prostitute, and Vampire Magic. And so what I'm going to do is continue on from where I left off on the Holy Grail. And the reason for that is that the Holy Grail is the representation of the vagina, you see, which is dealing with a lot of sexual energy. A lot of the occult sciences is dealing with this particular information, dealing with this so-called Holy Grail, which is one of the terms. The goddess has 1,000 names or more, and each one of those names have a aspect that you would tap into as far as energy, you see. Just like when a person changes his name, as he becomes enlightened, or whatever it may be, become richer or whatever, he changes. In Hollywood, they change their names when they become stars, you see. You see. We in the consciousness movement or the Afrocentric movement, as we begin to learn information, we change our names to display or to as a symbol of a new level of thinking, a higher level of thinking. So this takes place all the time in society, people are always changing their name because of this, for one reason or another. And so we're going to talk more about that. But we're going to get into some religious sects. Sex is, in actuality, probably the oldest religion there is, you see. It's the oldest religion. This is what society worships, you see. And we, as Black people, are religiously sexed, you see, religiously. Your body is the temple, you see, or the church, you see. You see, you gotta understand that. The woman's vagina is the holy of holies. This is all symbolically represented. The white boy did excellent lectures on that type of symbology, Jordan Maxwell. Although he gives you a lot of good information, you see, but he tries to put the New World Order negative spin on it. You have to understand all this stuff is talking about you. Go back and look at Jordan Maxwell tapes. All that information that he's giving is talking about your ancient sciences. And he says that on some of the tapes, you see. He says that.
All right. Shout out to Azel. Shout out to them. Always. And you should. That's your, yes, exactly. Where was I going with this? Like I was saying, though, you know, we talk about our ancient sciences, and anybody who wants to get into a powerful system of magic, like I've been saying since the beginning, vampire magic or draconian magic, that's one of the places you want to go. Okay. That is absolutely one of the places you want to go. All right. Let's see. Okay, because people want to get into this. Okay, people are still like, there's no participation trophies when it comes to this. You either got it or you don't. Okay, they got the masses believing that just because you do something, that makes you automatically skilled in it. This path is absolutely no exception, especially now. Okay. Y'all know I'm always talking about, you got now the TikTok witches, you know. People do one spell, it works, and they're a magician. Okay. Let me give you an example. LeBron James. This is the best example I can come up with. LeBron James. They want to continue to spin this narrative that he's the greatest of all time. He's not even close. All right. They want to keep saying how great of a player he is. He's okay. All right. Longevity and stats don't make you the greatest player of all time. It doesn't. All right. It just doesn't. I've never seen anybody travel and flop and complain as much as this nigga does. Okay. Another example. These motherfuckers went up into space for all of what? 10 minutes? And now they should be called astronauts? Dora pause. It doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? It does not work that way. I had one time, I bullshit you not, my hand up to whoever. I bullshit you not. I had a so-called student tell me she was not going to do any of my assignments. That's like me going to college and fucking, I'm going to college and I'm not going to do none of the homework. I'm not going to do anything that's going to give me a grade because I'm just there. I just wasted money. Same shit. What's the Ultra Instinct? What's going on? Had visits. I got rid of them, disturbing my showtime. I appreciate that. I've been also reading the H.P. Lovecraft literature with the purpose of becoming more in tune with the practices of the book of the old ones. I figure I should know exactly. Oh, absolutely. I was given a gift. Our son gave me a book for one of my birthdays. I don't know which one, but this was that book. H.P. Lovecraft. Okay. Look at that. Speaking of Lovecraft, there's a lot of Lovecraft in the Necronomicon. In my opinion, the best grimoire in modern society. Okay. Remember, I'm saying also do cross references. All right. Cross references. Let me see. Where is it? If you give me a second, I'll find it. Just give me a moment. I'm looking for I'm actually looking for something. I just had it up. I don't know what the hell happened to it. Okay. I'm almost there. I promise. Here we go. I think this is it right here. Just had this shit. Isn't it up somewhere? Okay, here we go. Cross-referencing. Because you could be looking at something and then you'll see something that was mentioned somewhere else. Here's a great example. This book is called Dragon's Blood, Practical Necromancy. This is one of Asimov's books. Okay. And I saw this, and I actually had the physical one of this one. Okay. Necromancy, divination by means of the spirits of the dead, from the Greek word nekos, dead, and manteria, divination. Check this out, though, right here. But man possesses the sign, the number, and the shape to summon the blood of his parents. And this is the covenant. The Magan text. You know where this is at? This is in the Necronomicon. Okay. This issue presents more and less known aspects of practical necromancy and refers to chosen mythologies. Among the materials you will find here descriptions of mythological and Necronomicon deities and demons related to the spirit of shadow and death, such as Hecate, Azrael, Nas, Nitrochus, and Habulos, and many others. The descriptions are followed by chosen methods and techniques of practical work with these figures. Ho Drakon, Ho Megas. That used to be my opening and closing when I was working with the Kabbalah, not the Kabbalah, the Kabbalah. See, the magic system of Dragon Rouge is based on traditions such as the Gothic Kabbalah, Odinic, Runology, Tantrism, and alchemy. Okay. Dragon Rouge members also studies traditional witchcraft, astral projection, parapsychology, and lucid dreaming. The order is anchored in the draconian tradition and the left-hand path and are exponents of an empirical occultism. All right. But what I was saying to y'all, the Magan text right here, that would be here in the Necronomicon, the Magan text. It's like the crux of the book. The Magan text. Okay. Central piece of this book. All right. Cross-reference it. It's important. Okay, where are we? Feeling, we in here feeling. I was typing. Oh, okay. All right. I'm glad y'all here. I'm way behind. Feeling where the old ones are coming from was achieved in that first little poem in the Necronomicon, being taken away by dark-winged creatures into a primordial abyss, kicking and screaming. Hey, check it out. There are, first of all, check out the, all right, let's go in order. Check out the Gatewalkers dialogue, me, Warlock Asylum, Terrain Hicks. Check that out. Check out the movie Necronomicon. It is 3 stories in one. Came out, I think, 1993. Then there's one that came out in the 70s that I can't think of the name of. It's related. There's one, and I can't think of that name. But there's one called The Void. That's another. There are many movies based on the Necronomicon. Okay? Based on Necronomicon. But like I said, Michael Ford, Asenath Mason, and Father Sebastian. Okay? If you want to see that here's another one that you should have. Okay. The prospectus. Let's just go and let me show you all these damn books. All right. Here's the prospectus. Okay. Father Sebastian. All right. Lots of information. A lot of rituals. Okay. Here's the art of vampirism. Here's the philosophy, the Strigo 7 philosophy, the black veil. Okay. It says vampire or vampire. It's just a lot in this. The people I know back in 2008, 2009, 2010, when it seems like there was a resurgence in vampire magic and being a vampire, all those people are not even in it anymore. The people who used to walk around with fangs and talking about vampire magic, it was a phase. Okay? It was a phase. Like most magical systems that people get into, it's usually a phase. What's up, Zoboy? I'm sorry, I ain't see you. Where am I? What's up, Levleta? How are you? What type of magic is the best type of magic to use for liberation? Right, what I'm talking about. Draconian. Is dangerous only if you are like mentally unstable. Okay. Damn it. I had something that was something that I highlighted. I think it's in one of the Michael Ford books. Let me see if I can find it. Where it's talking about mental stability. Let's see if I can find it. Don't look like I have it. I know I highlighted it because I wanted to present it to y'all. But let's see. The magic, though, to answer your question, is the one I'm talking about. It will liberate your consciousness. Okay. Here's another magazine by Asenath Mason. I'm sure you can't see that. The projects of the Lodge has included witchcraft, necromancy, demonology, the Goetia magic, runes. Over the last year was the Necronomicon. Gnosis is a great book by Asenath. We have worked with many magical and mythological traditions, Egyptian, Persian, Sumerian, Greek, Norse, and Hindu ones. Okay. That's another movie called Dagon, which is an avatar of Cthulhu. Dagon as a deity appears in many ancient sources. He's often identified with a West Semitic god of grains. Dagon and his earliest representations were found in the region of Upper Euphrates. From 3000 BC, the main cult center of Dagon was the kingdom of Mari, located west of the Mediterranean Sea. The Amorites regarded Dagon as one of the major deities. He had many priests there. It was believed that he speaks to his priests through dreams. They say this about Cthulhu, and thus reveals his advice and others concerning the religious and state affairs. His cult also included ecstatic oracles with priests called Manhum, contacted God through dreams and visions. Dagon's consort was the Amorite goddess Belet Ekalim, later the palace. The popularity of Dagon's cult and Mari is proved by the titles of the Amorite kings and nobles. Idzi Dagon, the servant of Dagon. Okay? Yada, yada, yada. But the cult of Dagon was spread much farther than Mari. We find its traces in the whole Syria, Palestine, and among the Canaanites who introduced it to Macedonia. The Sumerians believed his consort to be the goddess Shalash, and some Mesopotamian texts prove that he was sometimes identified with Enlil, lord of humans, earth, agriculture, and fertility, and also he was the god who endowed humanity with a gift of civilization. In a similar way, the Mesopotamian people worshiped Dagon. He was a powerful chthonic deity, lord of the earth and the underworld, where he presided over the dead. It was him who gave orders concerning sacrifices for those who departed the world of the living. He was also the judge of the souls who set for the last journey to the land of the dead. Okay? All right. So there's an old thing on H.P. Lovecraft and Necronomicon. Like I said, I will put some of these books in Patreon. Okay. If you're mentally unstable, though, I don't suggest this kind of work. Okay. Just a suggestion. I believe in treating adults like adults, but it's just a suggestion. This can raise your Kundalini. And if your consciousness is not ready for that, it can drive you literally insane. Okay. Are the marks on his face for exterior contact? I remember Credo Mountain saying our people will wear symbols to let extras know we were peaceful. I don't know. I'll be very honest with you, Legacy Sigma. I have no idea why he was wearing that. It takes time and energies and trials and error. This is what our group was. Thanks for that, Amario. This is what our group was. That was the whole purpose of the group. For those who were interested, our admins were knowledgeable. I was knowledgeable. And we would, do magical workings. Okay. We would do experiment. We would do group workings, come back together and share our results. But it was only the same fucking 5-6 people who were participating. And it was like 50-something people in the group. And so I finally just got rid of it. Said, if y'all not going to participate, what the fuck am I doing this for? Will Luciferian magic be good for these times? If you're mentally strong, I say yes. Okay. I'm not sure they were even in space, just a high out. Right, exactly. Yeah, they're astronauts. Are they're the newest space cadets, right? Awesome gift from your son. Yes. H.P. Lovecraft. Look how thick this shit is, yo. But his what's that other book? In the Mouth of Madness. Into the Mouth of Madness is one of his movies. The Void. There's so many that I could quote here if I could remember. But there are many movies based on his works. Magic Cry, you had the best information, brother. Shout out to that. Derek Weatherspoon, thank you. I gave my father Morals and Dogma by Albert Pike. Also got my special money oil from Formula Burning All Day Jupiter Day. That's what I'm talking about. Do you consider the Watchers Angels to be left-hand path? Now that I think about it, they have another name, but it's slipping my mind. No, I would consider them right-hand path because they teach mankind, they teach civilizations and the age of the planets and shit like that. galactic knowledge. So no, I would consider them right hand. Barachiel, yeah, I would consider them right. There are 12 watchers. I think that's in the Book of Enoch. I might be getting my wires crossed. But no, I consider them right hand. But I could be wrong. Yeah, Barachiel. I know what you're talking about. Just was listening to the Barachiel invocation. You seen that Sinners movies? I did see that Sinners movies. Movies off the chain. It really is. In a time when we're talking about vampire magic, how about that? Synchronicity. Wow, the Street Gold, they were named in that show called The Strain. What do you think happened to young Pharaoh? I have no idea. I barely know who he is. I haven't. What happened to him? Is he around? I don't know. I can't answer that question, Vincio. Dagon is a chapter in the Necronomicon as well as a Daedric lord, like a demon, in an old classic game called Elder Scrolls. I think I've heard of this game that you speak of. Maroon's Dagon is the entity's name and said Bastida video game. Okay. What are the spells? What the spells in the movie? I've never seen this movie. I've heard of it. They're different kind of vampires, y'all. They showed this. All right, true. You got the vampires that's like in True Blood. You got the vampires that's like in the series Supernatural. You got the vampires that's in Blade 2, I think. It's different kinds. I think, yeah, different kinds. Dracula movie. Oh man, y'all going back far. You still had a Watcher's book you showed on here. Let's see. Let us see. It's a good question. I don't know. I think it's called Wisdom of the Watchers. Is that the book you speak of? If that's the one that we're speaking about, I think this is the one that you're talking about. Wisdom of the Watchers. I believe this is it. Thomas Wiley, Teachers of the Rebel Angels on Earth's Forgotten Past. Yeah, I still have it. She's a good author, Barbara Hand Clow. Yeah, her books are great. I'm looking at I'm just looking at the beginning of this book, but yeah, I have that. Is that the book you're referring to? Actually, I've started watching Game of Thrones again. I'm at the part where Theon Greyjoy gets tortured. Man, if I had to go through some shit like that, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about straight up mind control. He broke him so much. You can't help but feel, even though Theon Lovejoy is an asshole, he broke him so much, he disassociated from his core personality and created Reek. That was sad. And I actually like that actor. That actor is from Misfits, the UK show Misfits. Farrell lost his damn mind. Yeah. Got to get your breakdown on that movie for the code. Not me. Brother Konami has a breakdown on Clubhouse. You have Clubhouse? I'm sure it's for replay. Konami, if you're still here, if you can post because I'm about to go. I'm past the time. If you can post the link for your Clubhouse, Brother Konami, if you're still here, that would be great. He was a supposed I know who he is. I just don't know much about him. You know what I mean? And I ain't going to speak on him because I don't know him. Thank you, Bobby. I was trying to remember where I heard Dagon. That's an actual movie, too. See the movie if you can. All right? Dagon. Dagon. It's a movie. Let's see if I can find it. I actually have the DVD. It has like yep, I found it. 2001. It's an hour and 38 minutes. Yep. This is what I have. This is the one I have right here. Where'd it go? Not letting me bring it up, y'all. But look, yeah. Anyway, it is 2001. Why won't it let me? The fuck? Why is it not letting me show y'all? Huh. Here we go. I have this DVD. I'm gonna look at it now too. Now I'm gonna watch it this weekend. Okay. I love weird shit like that though. I like H.P. Lovecraft stories, so I like the movies too. He got MK Ultra in the olden times. Yeah, like a motherfucker. He got MK Ultra. He sure did. You heard about this 607 Unk? I have not. Here's that link to Clubhouse. Okay. Got more guests, Brother Magic. Got to run. Have a great weekend. Hey, have a great week. I'm getting out of here myself. Thanks y'all so much for joining me today. Look into, again, I'm going to put some of this information into Patreon. Okay. If you are really truly seeking a path, I do suggest Draconian Magic. It can help elevate your consciousness. You know what I mean? Thank you to everybody who came today. I want to shout you out all individually, but everybody who came today, thank you. Y'all have a great rest of your day and a great weekend ahead. We'll see y'all next time. Go ahead and meditate, liberate, avoid people, avoid shitty people at least. You know what I mean? Take what I say to heart, please. Please. It's just going to get worse with the control they have over the population. I didn't even get to any of Katrina's clips that she usually showed me. I'm going to have to do that Tuesday. I think I'm coming up on Reverend Patience show on the 21st. I'll post that link as the time approaches. But thanks, y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. Y'all do make this worth it. I am the one and only, the diabolical one, Magick LaCroix. There's only one. See y'all as I greet y'all in peace as always. Namaste. Peace, y'all.